So now we move on to the nutrition element of the Lioness Mum course. And I'm going to ruffle a few feathers up here because I'm bold enough, brave enough to actually be real and tell you the truth. The fitness industry is a mess right now. We are following Instagram models and influencers who are out there selling you rubbish products just to make money. The truth is, these products do not work. They sell you the dream and they target vulnerable people desperate to lose weight just to fill their own pockets. The fitness supplement industry is a £35 billion a year industry. And it's crazy because none of these products are actually doing the work to get you the fat loss. I need you to unfollow these Instagram models and influencers immediately. These people have dedicated their lives, their full-time jobs to be in the gym. They work out all day, every day. Of course, their body's going to be in shape. Often they are in the top 1% of genetics. So if you followed them just to get inspo and fit fam inspiration, then I need you to unfollow them right now because they're not inspiring you to get results. They're making you feel inferior to them. And by feeling inferior as you scroll through your social media feed at how amazing they look, giving you unrealistic expectations is only going to knock your self-esteem even lower than it is right now. So unfollow them immediately. Because the truth is, weight loss is very, very simple. The only equation you need to know is calories in must be less than calories out. And then that will equal weight loss. Nothing else. So the fact of the matter is there's a trend right now that is trying to get you to figure out like what you're eating. And there's good foods and naughty foods, bad foods you need to avoid. And like basically just selling you that you need to be eating salads and supplements all day, every day. And that's the only way to lose weight. I need you to shift the way you're thinking and forget everything that you've learned before. Because the way you've been consuming information is only from people out of three things. Either trying to make money from you, they don't know what they're talking about, or the two above. They are the only ones that have been influencing you and you've been consuming that information. So I'm going to need you to get rid of all of that information and only focus on this. It's not what you're eating, it's how much you're eating. So instead of focusing on eating good, healthy foods, let's focus on portion control and how much of those foods you're eating. Now, the beauty of this means that you don't have to give up your favorite foods. You can lose weight drinking wine, eating pizza, eating burgers and chocolate. You can lose weight eating the foods you love. There's this witch hunt on sugar and carbs and fats. Now, the problem is because some people are pro-fats, anti-fats, pro-carbs, anti-carbs, all of this information just gets jumbled up in your head. And then you, as a human, just take the good bits out of all these different diets that you've seen, all these different diets that you've tried in the past. And then you formulate your own diet in your head, telling yourself that it's okay. When really, all of those diets that you've tried in the past all have one thing in common. They put you in a calorie deficit. It's not what you've been eating. It's not how you've been doing it. The one common denominator, they put you in a calorie deficit. Now, unfortunately, those crash diets that you've tried in the past put you in such a large calorie deficit that you cannot maintain it. A lot of them even promote only do this for a short period of time. Get summer body ready in 10 days. A 7-day detox, juice detox. They can only promote it for a short period of time because it's actually dangerous to be in such a large calorie deficit for a long period of time. Now, what happens when you come off that huge calorie deficit, you then go the other way. You haven't learnt anything. So you go the other way. You consume too many calories. You put all that weight back on and some because you're out of control. because all of those cravings that you've had for the foods that you actually enjoy, you're now going for it and you're binging them because you've missed out on the previous week or 10-day detox that you've done. Does that make sense to you? Is that you? Does that resonate with your previous story? Because right now, we're going to change it. And we're actually going to do a nutrition plan and a diet plan that you're actually going to enjoy doing. That doesn't restrict you of whole food groups. It doesn't tell you to cut out gluten, carbs, or fats. But we just focus on how much you're eating. How many calories are you eating? Now, the only way we're going to know that is by tracking data. Now, the reasons that calorie counting isn't popular is because it actually requires you to do some work. But we're going to be going through a website called MyFitnessPal. There is a lesson underneath this one, which you are going to do after you've seen this video and read the description below, which is going to tell you how to set that up. That is going to give you your calorie limit, which is unique to you. It calculates it, everything for you. You're then going to be inputting your foods and drinks into this, sticking to the calorie limit. I do not care what you eat, how you get to that calorie limit. I would like you to be getting as much protein in as possible because that's going to make you feel fuller. It's also going to help your muscles recover. But ultimately for weight loss, what matters is that you eat less calories than you're burning. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, simple isn't sexy. Simple doesn't make money. And that's why the fitness industry out there doesn't promote it. You'll rarely see someone lay it down on the line because unfortunately, it doesn't make them any money. It makes money to sell you supplements. It makes money to tell you this pill is going to cure all your problems. Unfortunately, it's not. And if it does, it's only for the short term. And that weight's going to come right back on. This process in the Lioness Mum Project is going to help you have sustained results for the long term because it's not even going to feel like you're on a diet. And soon, you're going to be in the habit of just tracking your data, entering your calories. It's going to feel like second nature. And even further down the line, you're going to start to know about your calories and what you're consuming. You won't have to track everything. Can you think of a world like that, where you're in so much control of what you're eating, you're the expert of your own body, that you don't have to track and you don't have to cut out foods. You'll just know how much you're eating and why that's important to you. So here at the Lioness Mum Project, the best way I've found through my experience, myself, and through coaching over the last 10 years, I've tried everything, done it all. The best way I've found to be in a calorie deficit is by intermittently fasting. Now, intermittently fasting isn't about starving yourself. It is simply about moving your first meal of the day later on. So we're going to be skipping breakfast. By skipping breakfast, your first meal of the day is going to be lunch. You then have dinner. Okay, so we're going to have an 8-hour eating window and then a 16-hour fasting window. So you're going to have 16 hours where you're not going to be eating. The beauty of this is you're going to be asleep for most of that. So just by simply skipping breakfast, you're going to be more likely to be in a calorie deficit. Now, a lot of the fitness experts out there pitching to you the benefits of intermittent fasting will be going into this, that it's going to help you avoid certain cancers and it's going to help you feel more energetic and you're going to be in a state of ketosis, which would mean that you're burning fats rather than glycogen. All of that doesn't matter. Don't be drawn into that. We're simply doing intermittently fasting because it's easier to be in a calorie deficit. Because it's easier to actually not have 500 calories in the morning, so you can either have a bigger lunch and bigger dinner, or the same size lunch, the same size dinner, and treat yourself with a dessert or a glass of wine. The things you actually want to eat. But because you're tracking it and you're under your calories, you're still going to lose weight whilst eating the foods that you love. How good will that feel? Not actually restricting what you're eating, but just becoming mindful to the amount that you're eating. And soon you're going to be becoming the expert in your body. You're going to know what foods that you do actually want to eat. The foods that are going to fill you up. Wholesome foods, lean proteins. Because you know that you're actually going to feel better. That this isn't just about the weight loss, You feel better when you eat those certain types of foods. I'm telling you right now, I do not restrict what I eat. Because that isn't the way you're going to lose weight. It is restricting how much you eat. And that is the shift in mindset that we need to be doing. The only work you need to do is to track your calories. That's doable, right? Well, we're going to be going into more details in the next video on how you're going to do that and how the app MyFitnessPal is going to simplify that process for you. Do all the calculations for you. So you're not scribbling down your calorie intake or searching up the calories in things. You're simply going to scan barcodes, pop them in.